Imagine waking up one day to find out that your hero, the person whose music shaped your life, is accused of crimes so serious, they shake the very foundation of the industry. Sean "Diddy" Combs isn't just a name anymore. He's the center of a storm that no one saw coming. Sex trafficking, racketeering, threats of violence. These are the words echoing through the courtroom in Manhattan as his high-profile trial unfolds. You might be wondering, how could this happen? How could the man who made some of the biggest hits and built an empire be accused of such dark deeds? The truth is complicated, and it's raw. Behind the glitz and glamour, former insiders are stepping forward with stories of control, fear, and abuse. And it's not just allegations flying in the dark. Names like Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, Mike Myers keep coming up, revealing a web of connections that pull back the curtain on an industry many thought was untouchable. Ask yourself, when does fame become a mask for something far worse? How many secrets hide behind the spotlight? And what happens when the people we look up to fall from grace in ways we never imagined? I want you to think about this, and then drop your thoughts in the comments below. Have you ever questioned the truth behind celebrity stories? Do you believe justice will catch up with those who abuse their power? While you're at it, smash that like button and subscribe, because this story is just heating up, and you don't want to miss what comes next. Next, we'll hear directly from those who lived inside this world. Former assistants like Capricorn Clark and the mysterious 𝗲, whose testimonies reveal shocking details of threats and violence that will leave you speechless. Stay right here. This is real, and it's just the beginning. Inside the walls, the assistants who saw it all. Have you ever thought about what it's like to work behind the scenes for a celebrity? The long hours, the pressure to perform, and the constant need to keep up appearances? Now imagine being right in the middle of all that, and suddenly finding yourself caught in a nightmare you can't escape. That's exactly what former executive assistant Capricorn Clark and another key witness, known only as 𝗲, describe in this trial. These women weren't just employees, they were inside the inner circle, trusted with secrets few outsiders ever see. But what they reveal paints a chilling picture of control, fear, and violence. Capricorn Clark described moments where the fear was so real, it nearly crushed her. She testified about a walk in Central Park with Diddy where threats were made, threats so serious that they felt like a death sentence. She said Diddy threatened to kill her after learning about her past ties to a rival. Can you imagine living with that kind of threat hanging over your head every day? If you've ever felt unsafe at work, drop a comment and share your story. 𝗲, whose real identity is protected, painted an even darker scene. She recounted being kidnapped at gunpoint by Diddy and taken to confront rapper 𝗏𝗏𝗄, who himself was caught in this violent saga. Weeks after, 𝗏𝗏𝗄's car was firebombed in what investigators say was a targeted attack. How does someone go from music studio sessions to a real-life crime thriller? This is what the trial is exposing. And these aren't isolated incidents. There are repeated accounts of physical abuse and psychological manipulation, stories that go beyond what many of us can imagine. What's terrifying is how close to reality these stories feel. If this feels overwhelming, remember you're not alone. Let's talk about it in the comments below. If you're finding this hard to believe, or if you want to understand every twist of this story, make sure to hit like and subscribe. We've only just begun unraveling the layers, and trust me, it gets even more intense. Next up, we'll dive into the surprising names of celebrities brought up during testimony, names that might shock you and change how you see the whole case. Stay tuned. The names that shocked the courtroom. When you hear names like Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, and Mike Myers mentioned in a sex trafficking trial, your mind instantly races. What connection could these celebrities possibly have to such a dark case? It's a question that's on everyone's lips, and today we'll break down why their names keep coming up, and what it really means. Former assistant Capricorn Clark testified about Whitney Houston and Mariah Carey when describing the talent level of 𝐭𝐨𝐄 Ventura, Diddy's ex-partner. Clark wasn't accusing these stars of any wrongdoing. Instead, she used their legendary status to highlight 𝐭𝐨𝐄's position as a studio artist rather than a live performer. It might sound like a small detail, but it shows how intertwined these stars' worlds are, and how the culture of control and expectation in the music industry runs deep. Then there's Mike Myers, best known for his role in Austin Powers. 𝗲, one of the alleged victims, testified that she was Myers' personal assistant before working for Diddy. His name popped up during jury selection because of a joke in the movie about Diddy, a reminder of how pop culture and real life sometimes collide in unexpected ways. But the story gets more tangled. Fashion designer Georgina Chapman was also mentioned. 𝗲 worked for Chapman too, and described the world of dressing red carpet celebrities, another piece of the high-profile puzzle. Names like Nas, Khalees, French Montana, Rick Ross, Wiz Khalifa, and Meek Mill came up during Testimony 2. These aren't just big names, they represent the very heart of the hip-hop scene surrounding Diddy. Why are these names important? Because they show how wide the reach of this case is, touching not just one man but a whole network of powerful people. Does it make you wonder how much more lies beneath the surface? What do you think these connections mean for the music industry? Let me know in the comments. If you're shocked by these revelations, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more updates as we peel back each layer of this complex story. Next, we'll get into some of the most intense and personal testimonies, where threats turned into actions, and where the line between fame and danger disappeared. Don't go anywhere. This is where the story takes a darker turn, where words become actions and fear becomes a daily reality. Capricorn Clark's testimony shocked the courtroom when she described a chilling moment in Central Park. During a walk with Diddy, she encountered rappers Nas and Khalees. But the peaceful stroll quickly turned sinister. Clark revealed that shortly after, Diddy threatened to kill her because of her past connections to a rival. Imagine living with that kind of danger hanging over you every day just because of where you came from or who you knew. And then there's the terrifying story involving Kid Cudi. Clark said that Diddy kidnapped her at gunpoint and forced her to go to Cudi's home, with a clear intent to intimidate, or worse. Weeks later, Cudi's Porsche was firebombed. Investigators said the attack was targeted, a Molotov cocktail thrown with a purpose. When you hear this, it's hard not to ask, how does the world of music go from beats and bars to real-life crime scenes? Deontay Nash, a celebrity stylist who worked closely with Diddy and Cassie, added even more layers. He testified about the Rockabye Baby mixtape Cassie released in 2013. No one got paid to work on it, and Diddy allegedly threatened to block its release if Cassie kept having a smart mouth. It's a glimpse into the control Diddy exerted, not just physically but creatively and financially. This isn't just a story of fame and fortune. It's a story of power used to silence and manipulate. A story that begs the question, how many people suffer in silence behind the scenes of the entertainment industry? What do you think? Have you ever seen or experienced a situation where someone powerful used their influence to threaten or control others? Share your experiences below. This conversation matters. If you're still with me, hit that like button and subscribe to keep up with the full story. In the final scene, we'll uncover what this trial means for Diddy's legacy and the future of justice in the world of celebrities. The trial's impact, what happens next? As the courtroom drama unfolds, one question hangs in the air. What will this mean for Sean Diddy Combs, his empire, and the entertainment world as a whole? This trial is more than just a legal battle. It's a spotlight on abuse of power, the cost of silence, and the fight for justice in an industry built on image and influence. With testimonies from former insiders revealing a disturbing pattern of control, threats, and violence, the case challenges us to reconsider how we view fame, and those who wield it. President Donald Trump even hinted at the possibility of a pardon, adding a political twist to an already complex story. Meanwhile, public opinion is divided. Some believe the allegations show a clear pattern of abuse that must be punished. Others wonder if the star power and money involved will influence the outcome. For those watching, the trial raises important questions. How do we hold powerful figures accountable? How can victims feel safe to come forward when so much is at stake? And most importantly, what does justice really look like in the world of celebrity? I want to know your thoughts. What do you think should happen next? Drop your opinions in the comments below. Let's get real about this. If you found this deep dive valuable, please like and subscribe. There's more to come as this story develops. Remember, behind every headline and celebrity name are real people. People whose lives have been changed forever. Stay informed, stay curious, and keep questioning. Thanks for sticking with me through this deep dive into one of the most explosive trials of our time. Sean Diddy Combs' case isn't just about one man. It's about power, justice, and the dark realities that can hide behind fame. If this video opened your eyes or made you think differently, hit that like button. It really helps the channel grow. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any updates as this story continues to unfold. And I want to hear from you. What do you think about the role of celebrity in the justice system? Can anyone really be above the law? Drop your thoughts and questions in the comments. I read every single one. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and keep questioning the stories you see. See you in the next video.